Mountain Vista 7th graders. So today I'm going to walk you through lesson 9.4 on constructing polygons. Our learning target today is to construct a polygon with given measures. Our success criteria is use technology to draw polygons, determine whether given measures result in one triangle, many triangles, or no triangles, and draw polygons given angle measures or side lengths. So as usual, we're going to skip the exploration part because I'm going to be showing you how to do all of this in the examples. So it starts off, and you should be taking notes on this in your notebook. You guys know how to do that. I'm not going to tell you what to do. It says you can draw a triangle with 3 given angle measures when the sum of the angle measures is 180. So key things to look at right there is triangle and sum of 180 degrees. Okay, so those are some key things to look at right there. Sorry, that one got kind of crazy. So the 3 angles have to add up to 180 degrees. Okay, so now let's look at constructing triangles using angle measures. Example 1. It says draw a triangle with angle measures of 30, 60, and 90 degrees if possible. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to check that these 3 measures add up to 180 degrees. They do. So now we're going to draw the triangle. In order to do that, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to do this electronically. So what you're going to do is you are going to go to Big Ideas Math, and then you're going to click on the Math Tools button, and then you're going to open the Desmos Geometry tool right here, this one. I already have it open up here, so I'm just going to go there. Now, it says that the first thing we want to do is we want to draw the 30-degree angle. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and we're going to click on Segment. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a straight line, and then we are going to draw a segment coming off of that. Now, we need this angle measure right here to be 30 degrees. So we're going to click on the Angle tool. We're going to click this point, since this is the one that I want to be my vertex. That's the middle one. And then we're going to click over here for this to be our end point. Now you can see that that gives me 31 degrees. I want it to be 30, so I'm just going to move it a little bit till I get 30 degrees right here. When I come back over here and it says step 2 is to draw the 60-degree angle. So I'm going to draw another segment that attaches from here. And I'm actually going to bring it up a little bit past this one just because I want to be able to move it without moving this one. And then I'm going to go angle again. And I'm going to click here, here, and here. And I want to make this one be 60 degrees. 55, 60. 60 degrees right there. Now you can see this one doesn't quite reach, so we're going to take it and we're going to extend it just a little bit, making sure to keep that 30-degree angle. Now, I have 30 and 60. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and click on Polygon, and I'm going to click at this vertex right here, this one right here, and this one right here, so that I turn, and then closing it right here, so that I turn that into a polygon. And then just so I can see this a little bit better, I am going to select this area right here, and I'm going to hide it, and then I'm going to select this little piece right here, and I'm going to hide that. Oh, no, I'm not. Sorry. Go back. Come back. Okay, we're just going to leave that right there. But what I am going to do is I'm going to hit Angle, and I'm going to make this one my vertex this time so that I can make sure that's 90 degrees. And there you can see it. It's 90 degrees. Let me go into projector mode so it shows it a little bit brighter. There you can see I've got my 30-degree angle, my 60-degree angle, and my 90-degree angle. Very good. Okay, so now I want you to try it, and I want you to draw some triangles with the given angle measures of 45, 45, 90, or 100, 55, and 25, or 60, 60, and 80 if possible. You can go ahead and pause this video and try to draw them. Okay, hopefully you paused and were able to do the try it. Now we're going to go on to example 2. Before we go on to example 2, I'm actually going to come over here and I'm going to draw a big square And I'm going to delete everything that's in there. If I look down here, it says I have one hidden object. I've got a little point hanging out up here, so I'm going to delete that. Okay. Example 2 asks us to construct triangles using angles and sides. It says draw a triangle with side lengths of 3 centimeters and 4 centimeters that meet at a 20-degree angle. All right. We're going to look at this little push pin note right here that says, in example 1, you can change the lengths of sides to create many different triangles that meet the criteria. However, in example 2, only one triangle is possible. And guys, this is because we can do all kinds of different shapes when we're only given angle measurement criteria. However, when we are given angle and side measurement criteria, so side measurement 3 centimeters and 4 centimeters, that really does limit the size of the triangle. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw a 20-degree angle. So I'm going to come over here. For this one, I'm going to draw a line because I want this to go on. So I'm going to draw a line. I'm going to move this line down a little bit. I always seem to do that. And then I'm going to draw another line off of this segment after that point going up there. Now I want to make an angle. So I'm going to click here. This is my vertex, and this is my other vertex. And I want this to be a 20-degree angle. Okay, 20 degrees. So 20 degrees right there. Now, I'm going to turn this piece right here into a segment by clicking segment, clicking on this line, and clicking on this line. Now I have a segment right there. And I did that because it wants me to use a ruler to mark 3 centimeters on one ray and 4 centimeters on the other ray. So I want this upper one to be 4 centimeters. So when I clicked that as a segment, I can come back up to my select tool. I can click on that segment, and down here, it gives me the option to add label. I can add label, and you can see that my segment right here is 9.93. I want to make that 4. So I'm going to bring it down to 4. It gets a little touchy. Give me a second. Okay, 4. Problem is I messed up my angle. 4. Can we get 4 and 20 right there? Oh, 4 and 20. Ah, I messed it up. Okay. 3.9. 4 and 20 right there. Okay. Now the next thing that it says for me to do is it says for me to draw I need to make my bottom one be 3 centimeters. So the same thing. I'm going to draw a segment from this point. And of course, it's going to be a little bit shorter because it's 3. I'm going to click on it. And it's going to add label to the length. Now, I've got it at 3.26. I need it to be 3 right there. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to connect these two to form the triangle. So there you can see the triangle right there. If I select this line here and I hide it, and I select this line here and I hide it, now you can see that perfectly drawn. Oh, what did I do? I deleted it instead of hit it. Silly Miss Crewy. Hide it. Okay, so now you can see my perfectly drawn triangle that has side lengths of 3, 4, and an angle of 20. Perfect. So draw the third side to form the angle. Go ahead and pause and try to draw a triangle with side lengths of 1 inch and 2 inches that meet at a 60-degree angle. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to delete all of my stuff so that we can do our next one. Hopefully you were able to get in there and draw that triad. Okay, it says you can draw a triangle with 3 given side lengths when the sum of the lengths of any 2 sides is greater than the length of the third side. So I know I did some work on this, so what we're going to do is it says example 3, construct triangles using side lengths. It says draw a triangle with the given side lengths if possible, 4, 2, and 3. So what you want to make sure is that any two are greater than the third. So you can see right here, it says that 4 centimeters plus 2 centimeters is greater than 3 centimeters. That's because 4 plus 2 is 6. Over here, it says 4 plus 3 is greater than 2, and 2 plus 3 is greater than 4. Since all 3 of them are greater than the third, we can draw a triangle with these given side lengths. Now, this one is a little bit more difficult to do, and so I hope you'll bear with me. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to draw a 4 centimeter side. So we're going to draw a segment, and we're going to make it 4 centimeters. I drew a segment. I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to add the label, and I'm going to make it 4 centimeters. Honestly, guys, I don't know if this is centimeters or inches, but it doesn't really matter. We're concerned with it just being 4. And again, it's a little touchy. It's hard to get right at 4. There we go. All right, now I have a side length that is 4. For my peace of mind, I am going to lock these points so that this one right here cannot move. Okay, now this makes it where it does not move. You see this? It doesn't matter. It doesn't move. It's locked. Okay, now the next thing it says to do, it says use a compass to determine where the 2 centimeter side and the 3 centimeter side will meet. Well, we don't have a 2 centimeter side and a 3 centimeter side, so we're going to have to draw those. So I'm going to draw a point, a segment right here. Again, I'm going to click it, add that length label, and I'm going to make it 2 centimeters. 1, 2. Okay, and then the other one needs to be 3. Segment. And I'm just kind of putting them pointing towards each other because I know this is going to be a triangle and that they are going to meet at some point. Okay. So this one needs to be 3. There we've got 3. Now here comes the hard part. It says to use a compass to determine where the 2 centimeter side and the 3 centimeter side meet. Luckily for us, this program does have a compass feature. So we're going to go to more tools. We're going to click on compass. Now we're going to choose a segment. You're going to start with the top part because this bottom part is the center of your circle. So you're going to click this and here, and you see it drew this nice round circle perfectly with the vertex of your triangle right here as the center point. You're going to do that again for the other side. Again, starting at the top and then the bottom. Now, what we have here is where these two, let me see, I'm trying to get a nice color. Where they meet, right here and right here, either one of those could be this final vertex for our circle. Okay? So I'm going to erase those little marks and I'm going to show you. I'm going to do a couple of different segments. Okay? So I'm going to make another segment and I'm going to go from here to this point right here. And then I'm going to go from here to this point right here. Okay, that's one. And then I'm going to do it down here as well. Okay, now I know that that's a lot going on there. So I'm going to do you guys a solid. And I'm going to hide some of these things so that you can kind of see these triangles a little bit better. Hide some of these points. Now, I drew it both ways so that you could really see it. Let me go ahead and click on polygon, and I can turn this into a triangle here. Maybe I can move. Okay, you can see that triangle right there. And there's also one down here. Now, I want to show you guys, I want to prove to you that these side lengths are what they're supposed to be. So that one's 2. And that one is 3. Down here, that one should be 2. And this one should be 3. Now, I know it says 2.02. That's 2 200ths. That's a really small amount. That's just the amount that this moved just a little bit. I'm sure you could like move it down and adjust it and make it what you need it to be, okay? But that's how you do that. So if you need to pause this or rewind this and go back and watch that again, it's okay to do that. Watch this as many times as you want, okay? So now you're going to do the try it, okay? Oh, let me erase these things off the screen. Sorry, they don't move with the screen. Okay, so you're not going to do the try it. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. It says part B says because 2.5 and 1 and 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 is not greater than 2.5, so we can't draw this triangle. And you see that right here in this area where they don't meet. You can see that these two circles here don't meet and cross each other to form like that one up there did, to form that crossover where you can use them, okay? I wish this was bigger. I wish this was like my smartboard at school where I could erase really fast. Sadly, it's not. Okay, you do the try it now. Go ahead and pause and do the try it because we're going to move on to drawing quadrilaterals. It says you can draw a quadrilateral with 4 given angle measures when the sum of the angle measures is 360 degrees. So example 4 says draw a quadrilateral with angle measures of 60, 120, 70, and 110 if possible. So just like with triangles, they have to equal 180. In quadrilaterals, quad means 4, they have to equal 360. So let's come back over to our calculator and we're going to do that. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw some angles. Actually, the first thing we're going to do is Mrs. Crewy is going to delete all of this stuff out of here so that I have a nice clean drawing space. Okay, I'm going to draw a segment and I'm going to draw a pretty long segment. And then off of that segment, I'm going to draw another segment there. And I'm going to draw a segment there. Now I need these to turn these segments into angles. So my first angle I am going to make be right here. And I want this to be a 60-degree angle. My second angle, I want to be this one right here. And it's going this way. And so I want it to be 120 degrees. Now, I have 60 degrees and I have 120 degrees. Let's come back. We did that. Now it says to draw the remaining side at 70 degrees. So that's talking about right here, this side. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to draw another segment. We're going to draw that segment from like there to there. We're going to turn this into an angle. I want this inside part to be the angle. So I'm going to go from there to there to there. Now I'm going to make this 70 degrees. Oh, it won't go past it. Oh, they connected. Did not want them to connect. It's okay. That just made it harder. Okay, right there. So now we've got 70, 60, and 120. Come back over here and it says to measure the remaining angle and make sure it's 110. So what we're going to do is we're going to go angle there, make this our inner vertex to there, and you can see we've got that perfect 110 right there. Pretty easy on that one, right? I think we can all do that. All right, you go ahead and try it. Do one of these try-its down here. Remember to check to make sure the most important thing is that they have to add up to 360 degrees. All right, example 5, modeling real life, says you enclose the flower bed using landscape boards with lengths of 3, 4, and 5 yards. So 3, 4, and 5, that's 3 measures. So we're looking at a triangle here. It wants us to estimate the area of the flower bed. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to have to figure out, can we make this a triangle? 3 plus 4 is 7, so that's bigger than 5. 3 plus 5 is 8, that's bigger than 4. And 5 plus 4 is 9, that's bigger than 3. So we know we can make a triangle. So let's go over here, let's come over here, and let's go ahead and make a triangle. Let's draw a line segment. Okay. And let's measure this segment to be 5. We're going to measure it to be our longest side. Okay, always, we're going to start with that one just because it's easier. 5. Okay, and remember, I'm going to go ahead and lock those points because we don't want this one to move. We want to lock these because we don't want this angle measurement, this segment measurement to change right here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do a segment off of there. And I'm going to do a segment off of here. And then I'm going to come back over here, and I need them to be 3 and 4. I know I'm doing mine a little different than theirs. That's okay. You guys know I do that sometimes. So 3 label. So I want it to be 3. And I want this one to be 4. Oh, I didn't click on it and tell it to add that label. Come on, Miss Crewy, get it together. Add label. I think I know why they picked 4 now, because we're going to have to find the area for this, and you're going to have to cut that base in half. And it's easier to cut your base in half if it's an even number. It's okay, we'll make it work. All right, not the circle tool. We're going to make this, we're going to use a compass. We're going to go here and to the middle. And then we're going to do it again with the other side. Here and here. And where they cross here is going to be where our third vertex is. So I'm going to do segment here to there, and another segment from here to here. Now, I know that's all a lot going on there, so let's hide some things so that we don't have all that to deal with. So all we have left is our triangle. Hide and hide. All right. Now let's go ahead and make sure that these lengths, that one's 3, that one's 4. Cool. So we've got our 3, 4, 5 triangle. Yay for us. Now it says that we need to estimate the area of the flower bed. Okay, well, ours doesn't look exactly like that. It would if we rotated it. I could try to rotate this polygon, but I don't know. I'm not usually very good at that. Let's make it a polygon first of all. And I'm doing that just by clicking on the polygon thing. Okay, I made it a polygon. Let's see, transform, define transportation. I want to rotate it, choose a point there, 90 degrees. I don't know, guys. I don't know how to make them transform. Select some objects to apply this transformation to. No. Okay. I don't know. I'm sure I could figure it out if I had enough time, but I don't want to waste your guys' time. Okay, so we're going to pretend that this 4 down here is the base. In order to find the area of the triangle, the formula for area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height, or base times height divided by 2. It's the same thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that this down here is our base. Any one of these is the base. It doesn't matter. We're going to use the 4 because it's an even number, so it's easy to divide by 2. So we're going to do 3 times 5. I'm sorry, why 3 times 5, Miss Crewy? Base times height. Your base is 4, your height is 3. So 3 times 4 divided by 2 is 12 divided by 2, which is 6. So the area of this triangle is 6 yards squared. And if we come over here, 6 yards squared. Beautiful, right here, 6 yards squared. All right, guys, I hope that video helped, and I hope you're able to do your homework. We will set up a Zoom chat or a Zoom meeting or maybe a Google chat. I don't know what it's going to be, to figure out, so you guys can ask any questions if you have any questions, okay? Find your homework. It will be in Google Classroom. You'll know where to find it. Miss y'all. Bye.